Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this occasion, we are from Group 1, Mind to explain about test instrument development. Before it, let me introduce our group. The first, there's Nur Hanifah with ID number 041. Second is Arifan Hidayati with ID number 085. And Laili Maftuha with ID number 122. For the first section will be explained by Arifan Hidayati. The first section, we have the definition of test. The etymological term test originates from Latin language testum, which means a plate or vase from land clay. In large definition, test is tool or instrument which worn for measure something. So we can get test is tool or procedure which used for knowing or measure something with method and the rule which are already determined. Greenland and Lynn at 1919. Test is an instrument or a systematic procedure for measuring a sample of behavior. Second, basic principle of assessment. There is 8 basic principles. The first is oriented. The assessment must measure student achievement in competence achievement as which has set in curriculum. Second is valid. The assessment could measure what which should be measured. Third is fair. Every student must get change and treatment which same. 4 is objective. The assessment must guard objectivity process and evaluation result. 5 is sustainable. That means assessment must be applied gradually, regularly, continuously, and sustainable for get information about learning outcomes and study learning development. 6 is thorough. The assessment must capable evaluate all competence which there is in curriculum. 7 is open. The decision about student learning outcomes is clear. And 8 is mean. That assessment must have mean for every student. The next, we have the test question analysis. Test question analysis used to reach detail about question item is valid and reliable. There is two test analysis. The first is qualitative. This analysis was carried out before detail about tested and analyzed by empirical. Aspects that are considered in the qualitative study is aspect material, construction, and language or culture, based on rule which has determined. The second is quantitative. This analysis is done with use to approach. There is classical theory approach and modern theory approach or theory response item, IRT, item response theory. The classical test theory approach. This theory is used to measurement which involve small respondents that example on measurement through test daily on field education or measurement on field psychology. Analysis quantitative according to classical test theory approach produce characteristic item which is cover level difficulty or P, power differentiator or D, and effectiveness detractor. To see level difficulty, power differentiator, and effectiveness analysis was carried on each item test, whereas reliability and standard measurement error got seen with analysis the test question as a whole. For further explanation of classical test theory approach will be explained by Laili. Thank you.